I suppose it almost feels like a second home. I'm here so much, but it's such a lovely, warm, welcoming place, and got such an amazing variety of classes for all levels and experience and all ages. It's just, yeah, such a lovely, inclusive, magical place, yeah, with wonderful studios, wonderful teachers, and just so many great opportunities, yeah.
All of the projects that the Dance for Health and Wellbeing team do, whether it's working with people living with dementia, our Dance for Parkinson's programme, our inclusive classes and the Lothian Youth Dance Company, everything is just geared around making dance as meaningful and as accessible as possible to people so that it can have the biggest impact, because we know how good it can be for people.
Parkinson's can drive you into a corner. Your voice gets faint, whereas this forces us to engage with each other and engage with volunteers. And that interaction is very precious.
This is good because it keeps you coming back and it keeps your spirit going, and it encourages you not to give up. So I think part of the solution is to do loads of things like this, and it keeps you going. And Dance Spaces is just fantastic. The staff here are great, the facility is fantastic. You just couldn't get better.
Dance, after all, is a form of communication, isn't it? And anything we can do to facilitate that has got to be good.
In our inclusive classes, we have a really distinct audience who attend. They're often people who attend with a support worker or a family or friend. These classes are a really fun environment, and they're one of my favourite things to teach. Creatively, for me as an artist, it's great to be able to take an idea that I have and then see it work across loads of different types of people, and we're all trying to do something in our own way.
The inclusive classes enable a whole bundle of people to come into this building who would not otherwise. The people who come to the class make a huge contribution to the existence of this place.
An amazing journey and adventure with Prime, yeah. An over 60s dance company that's based here at Dance Space, and the hope behind it, and I think it's been realised actually, was that we would maybe confound people's expectations of what an over 60s dance company might be able to do, and to share our joy of dance through the time I've spent with Prime. Yeah, it's really boosted my confidence in my dance ability and technique and just everything really, and has brought out that inner performer that was there. So now, yeah, any available opportunity.
I think that young people get a huge amount out of being part of the Lothian Youth Dance Company. We can really get our teeth into a really good technique class. We can work on lots of different types of technique, as well as working on their creative skills and their choreography skills. The Lothian Youth Dance Company is a really valuable thing that we can't lose, and we see that every year through the young people that access this project, that they go on to achieve so many different things in their lives as a result of taking part in this. Melissa was a dancer who joined us in about 2017 and attended the Lothian Youth Dance Company for a couple of years before going on to train and dance in London, and now it's really exciting to have her back at Dance Space as part of our Dancers Emerging Bursary programme.
Coming to LYDC and like expressing that kind of like interest for contemporary to the leaders, and they really like supported me exploring that. So I'm now part of the Dancers Emerging Bursary Scheme, which is their DEBS program that like supports early career artists after a recent graduation to like develop their practice, have a bit of mentorship, and also kind of like puts them into a community, which is what I'm really, really grateful for. And we work together throughout the year and just get to like explore what it means to be in that stage of pre-professional into professional
And it's one of the programs I really enjoy because you get to work with people for the whole year and you build up a really good relationship with them. And then from the group of Debs that we've had over the years, a lot of them have then gone on to have residencies with us. And then this year, actually, 3 of the performers at the Fringe Festival were all originally from our Debs program. So it's a really lovely thing that you can see that kind of journey of somebody kind of joining us when they're about 20, you know, really kind of fresh-faced and new to the sector, and then kind of coming to develop this, you know, really high-quality work and presenting it like on this international platform.
I became involved with Dance Space first through what was called the Great Feats program, which was an outreach dance program for young people not in education, employment and training, it was called at the time. And it meant that I got to experience a lot of different movement styles, from capoeira to house dance to contemporary dance. And it was my first experience of actually like finding my body and starting to move and use it in that way.
We know that we're making a huge impact on people's lives, but we also know that we're really limited at the moment. All of our programs are getting busier and there's loads of demand. The work that we're doing in hospitals or in care homes, for example, they want us there all the time and we can't afford to do it currently. So we're always looking to develop our projects and reach more people. Right now we're focused on Edinburgh and the Lothians, but we'd love to be able to go to other places as well.
I think what Dance Space gave me was a moment in life that I needed some purpose and some direction. I found out recently that the program Great Feats that I was involved in doesn't run at the moment, and that made me really sad. It made me sad because it made such a contribution to where I am now. I would like to see that Dance Space is able to get the funding to carry on doing projects like Great Feats, like the outreach programs, which made a huge difference for me and my life and my career, and see other people be able to benefit from that.
The one thing that does mean though is that we have a lot of demand for funds and we have quite a limited pot that we have at the moment. So with our residencies, we often are able to fund about kind of 20-25% of the applications to come through. And that obviously means that there's a lot of people there that we're not able to support financially to be with us. So I think if we had more of a budget, that would mean that we can support more artists to be with us, to develop work and to support them in that journey. And then as a result of that, you can kind of continue to develop this work that will be shown at the Fringe, will be shown internationally, and really showcase Scottish dance work across the world.
It's a great leveller, so when we're all here, all doing the same thing, it's as if we're doing it on an equal footing. There's no us and them. So I think that the staff here are so good at bridging that barrier so that you feel relaxed enough to play, basically, and play is good for you.